It's time for Who Am I? evening, everybody. Are you ready to rumble? We are in Cincinnati, and the first pitch on the way is a swing and a miss, strike three. Hunter Greene gets the Reds out of the jam, and we will head over to the Cleveland game as we go and load that up. This is going to take a second each time because we do have two computers working at once, but even with that being said, they don't let me just go over. So, 0-0 your score in Cleveland. If y'all want to put the scores of the games in there as people follow along, that would be much appreciated. But other than that, I'm looking at the screen. The 0-1. Guardians on the mound. Bibby fires. Pitch popped up, back out of play. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Meadows, the leadoff hitter for Detroit. Pitch, swing, lifts it high into right field. Drifting over, making the running catch. One away. Coming to the plate is Gleyber Torres for the Tigers. 0-0 your score. Batting .259 on the year. 14 home runs. First pitch on the way. Righty-righty matchup. Bibby delivers. 99 miles an hour. Four-seam fastball. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Up top 96. Evens up the count at 1-1. Detroit wearing their home grays. Detroit across the chest. We are going to try to put all these in the action mode as you see now. As we go from team to team, the 1-1. 95 up top. Look like the sinker. It's 1-2. Detroit in their road grays. Detroit across the chest in navy, outlined in orange. Navy ball caps. The Tigers emblem on the front. The classic D. Cleveland is the 1-2. Tried to get him to chase the four-seamer off the edge. 2-2. The 2-2 count. Brings it. Oh, man, that was a low called miss right there by the home plate umpire. So that's going to be a full count. It looks like it's Chad Whitson tonight in Cleveland. If you're just joining us, we are doing MLB whip around. When this inning ends, we're going to jump to the next action, see what's going on. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing. Rips it towards short. Good defensive play over there. 6-3 put out. Arias to Manzardo. Arias, one of the better defensive shortstops in the league. 2 down. Good defensive play. He got the heads up from Bibby on the mound, showing the gratitude. Whip it good, John. Good to see everybody in the chat. Please smash that like and share this wherever you are. First pitch on the way is a curveball. Right there, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Oof. Whitson is missing some pitches here. Right there at the knees. That'll even up the count 1-1. I mean, that pitch was all kinds of in the zone. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Nothing your score. Bottom of the first inning. Or top of the first inning, excuse me. The 1-2. In the dirt, ball gets away, kicks far away. Carpenter's wishing he had swung at that one. That ball bounced to the other dugout. So a 2-2 count. Bibby looks in, turns and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. They'll head to the dugout. Nothing going to the bottom of the first in Cleveland. We head over to Cincinnati. We're heading to Boston or New York here next. As the first pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back. Friedel versus Paul Skenes. It's 1-1. 1-1. Paul Skenes so far 3 strikeouts on the day. Hunter Greene has 5. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Nothing your score. The 1-1 swing, dribbles it up the middle. Backhanded. It's going to be a 4-3 attempt, but it's a wide throw, and everybody's safe. Nothing your score here in Cincinnati. Thank you, Peter. If y'all put an abbreviated score up, what inning it is, I'll put it on the screen. I just don't want to take up the screen with a bunch of words. So if you do like a BOS 3 TOR 0 T1 type of thing, we can get it on there. The 1-0 from Skenes. But don't feel like you have to do that. I mean, relax and watch the ball game. The 1-0 chops it foul, 1-1. 1-1 count. Nothing your score. The 1-1 from Skenes. P at the knees, good pitch. 1-2. Marte didn't like it, but it looked like it hit the bottom of the zone. Looking at the pitch track. 1-2 count. 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the third. Marte at bat. On decks is Gavin Lux, the designated hitter, the number 3 hitter. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Paul Skenes is rolling. Nothing. They're heading to the 4th inning. We'll take it now over to, let's try to go over here to Boston. You'll have to give me a second as we do these. We're in Boston and Garrett Crochet goes to work. First pitch on the way is down below the knees. For a ball, it's 1-0. Red Sox lead this 3-0. We'll try to get you up to date on what's going on in the standings. The short of it is Yankees have the top spot in the wild card, a 3-game lead on the Red Sox. They've clinched a playoff spot, but they're a game behind Toronto as the 1-0 misses off the edge, 2-0. Garrett Crochet, 1 strikeout so far. The only man he's faced. It's a 3-0 count to Ernie Clement. Second batter of the game for the Blue Jays. Right there, P at the knees. It's 3-1. Sox 3, Toronto nothing. Swing. Did I not change it? I could have. Thank you, Peter. The payoff pitch, swing. Fouls it down the line, out of play. It's one of the reasons why we're doing this is to work out the kinks for Sunday. Sunday we've got a lot of stations that are going to carry it. And there's no great way to do it. I wish there was, but if you load up too many of these, it's going to all stall out. The 3-0 swing, bangs it down the line, and that ball's going to get up against the wall. That's going to be a 1-out double for Ernie Clement, and the Blue Jays have a runner in scoring position. Hard hit ball up against the wall there, just stayed fair. Now Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the dish. We will go back to Detroit next. So I hit, that's crazy. Pitch on the way is swung on, chopped over to first, or towards the pitcher's mound. He'll throw it to first. Garrett Crochet, 1-3, 2 down. I know what's going on here. The scoreboard jumps, and I clicked the wrong one. Scoreboard jumps on this application because it knows I'm always doing Braves, so it jumps the Braves score, and so I go to click on one. So here we go. Now we got it. The 0-1 count, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. I think I'm going to have to do them ahead of time and just go in and out. I was trying to carry too many at once. The 0-2, high and out of the zone, 1-2. Andrew Kirk. Kirk, the cleanup hitter, batting .283, runner at second. Red Sox trail the Blue Jays 3-0. You can and you can't, Pete. It's too hard to explain. The 1-2 swing, pops it up. High down the line, coming over, making the catch, and that'll end the inning. Red Sox come out unscathed. Crochet pitches around the 1-out double. We've got Detroit and Cleveland lined up. So it looks like Detroit and Cleveland have gone to break. While they do that, we'll go over here and try to hit up the Reds game. The problem is the application, as you're asking, Peter, is that if you've noticed over the last few weeks, it's been jamming out, and it's been doing it on all of our devices. It's not. We thought at first it was something slowing down on our computer, but it's not. It's MLB. So, it is what it is. 1-0 in Pittsburgh. We're trying to bring you there as we speak. You got a 2-1 count. Pirates lead it 1-0. Hunter Greene going to work against Andrew McCutchen. The 2-1 right there at the knees. Two-two. Hunter Greene 5 strikeouts already. The 2-2. Down and away 3-2. Sorowitz doubled to right, scoring Reynolds, and that's how the Pirates got on the board here in the 4th inning. The 3-2 swing drops it into left field, and it's a 2-out single for the Pirates. Reds needing to win. They need a Mets loss to regain control of their own destiny in the final wild card spot of the National League. Go out there to the bump real quick. I said we're going to keep it on the other. I think we're going to keep it on the strike zone on the batter, because it's easier to detect from the monitor far away what's up there, because you can see the drive. You can barely see the jerseys as far away as our monitor is. So we'll keep it on the batter. That way it follows the action. What's this jackass doing? The freaking Detroit game. We got the Scarecrow standing at home plate again. First pitch on the way is a slider outside wide to Tommy Pham. It's 1-0. 1-0. Check swing. Did he go around? They call it. They look down first base line. He did. 1-1. 1-1 count. 1-0 your score. Greene trying to get out of the jam. One four-seam fastball right there. 1-2. 1-2 to Pham. Righty-righty matchup. Runner at first, 2 outs. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the line. He did not. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2-2 count. Pirates 1, Reds 0. Pham steps out of the box for a second. He's got a .330 average lifetime versus the Reds. What's crazy, it says second best versus any team. Who the heck's he raking against over that? My God. 908 OPS. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hunter Greene sets him down. The Reds trail by 1. Greene's got a 6-pack of strikeouts. We will head over to the next game. What do we got here? Detroit and Cleveland. 0-0 your score, top of the second inning. The 0-2 count, Bibby versus Perez. These two teams in a flat-footed tie for the AL Central. Talked about it last night during the Braves game, but full-blown collapse for Detroit, and they're trying to find a way to get up off the mat. Runner at first, one out, the 0-2. Down below the knees, good take. 1-2. One-two count. Bibby with 2 strikeouts on the day. Yeah, Riley Greene over at first. So he's got some wheels. He's inching towards. They're going to flip it over to first real quick. Keep the runner close by. The 2-2. High and out of the zone. Full count. We're trying to get over to New York after this. Max Fried is on the mound for the Yankees. But it depends on how long that the White Sox continue to bat in that inning. The payoff pitch. Swing, slaps it over to second. It's going to be a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play. So we'll head over to New York as they are in a jam over there. See if we can get that in. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Max Fried. Lefty-righty matchup. The 2-0 swing lifts it into left field. Drifting back. Making the catch is Cody Bellinger. He'll flip it into the infield, but the run will score. And it's 1-0. One nothing your score. Runner at first, one out. First pitch on the way, drifts in there. It's 1-0. Right there for a strike. Good pitch by Fried, 1-1. Max Fried today has given up 2 hits. One earned run, 2 strikeouts. The 1-1 chops it over to third. It's going to be a 5. Oh, they threw it away. A bad throw by the third baseman, McMahon, who came over in the trade with the Colorado Rockies at the deadline. Normally a really good defender. He threw a low throw, and Jazz Chisholm kind of handcuffed him. It dribbles into the outfield. So the White Sox have a 1-0 lead, and runners at first and second. They were trying to turn a double play. I don't know if they would have gotten it because it was a long double play to try to turn, but it would have ended the inning. It was pretty good wheels going down first. So Julks is at first. Montgomery at second. Y'all wouldn't believe how far away the monitor is in the Yankee game. I need binoculars. The first pitch on the way is off the plate, misses wide. It's 1-0. Brooks Baldwin, the batter. It's literally in another room. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Looking around real quick, Boston leads Toronto 3-0. Pittsburgh leads the Reds 1-0. Tigers and Guardians are still scoreless. The 1-1 from Fried. Fastball misses high. It's like he's struggling with command a little bit. It's 2-1. Just in the second inning in New York, Mets and Cubs come up at the top of the hour. The 2-1. Swing lifts it. Fairly high and deep, but into center field. Grisham's got it. He'll flip it into the infield, 2 down. We'll see if he can dance around this error now. The inning definitely should be over at this point. But the error by McMahon, if you're just joining us, for the Yankees. Coming to the plate is Taylor. No, Michael Taylor went to the White Sox, so they picked him up off the scraps. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to Michael Taylor. Swung on, lifted high into right field, deep, but that thing's spinning way foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. You put actual scores in, we'll put it on the screen. Just try to make it as abbreviated as possible. The 0-1. Swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. Flying solo here tonight. The plan was to have Jason here, but that fell apart at the last minute. So the 0-2 count. 2 on, 2 out. Deuces wild. 0-2, top 2. Max Fried about to throw his 34th pitch of the outing. The pitch misses outside wide. Of course, these two have seen each other quite a bit. Michael Taylor, the ex-Washington National for years, and of course Max Fried coming over from the Atlanta Braves. The 1-2 misses outside wide, 2-2. 2-2 count. White Sox lead it 1-0. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Deuces wild here in the top of the second in the Bronx. The 2-2. Fried will step off the bump, using up one of his moves. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him. We'll head over to see who is not on commercial break. Looks like it's going to be... We're going to be going over to looks like we're going to go back to Cleveland. Nothing, your score. may have gone to commercial break. So let's take her over to the Pirates. Because Pirates and Reds. One nothing Pittsburgh, top of the fifth. Pirates batting. Hunter Greene goes back to work. Tosses a slider up there. Bangs it foul. It's 1-2. Still 3-0 in Toronto. Max Scherzer's on the mound for the Blue Jays. Boston leads the 1-2. Chops it to short. Ellie De La Cruz fires a bullet across the infield. 6-3 on the putout. One away. Thank you, Peter. Horowitz, the batter. Who's this behind? Looks like it's York. First pitch was a ball right there. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there off the outer edge. Called for a strike. 1-1. It is Yorkie. He's 0 for 1 on the day, batting .236. 1-1 from Greene, 75th pitch of the afternoon. Pops it up, down and out of play. 1-2. One-two. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him. 2 away. 7th strikeout of the night for Greene. Skenes, by the way, only at 4, but he has not given up a run. He is at 58 pitch, Paul Skenes. First pitch from Hunter Greene is swung on, popped up high into right field. That should end the inning, and it does. 1-0 in Pittsburgh. They're heading to the bottom of the 5th. We are heading to, we'll go to Detroit and Cleveland. First pitch on the way. One out. Nobody on. Pitch misses outside wide. It's 1-0. 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. Down and away, 2-0. Bibby's still on the mound. Pitch 2 1/3, 36 pitches in. 2 strikeouts. The 2-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Rattles it foul. 2-1. Detroit nothing. Cleveland nothing. Mets and Cubs are coming up in about a little over 10 minutes. We'll be focusing on that one for sure. The 2-1 count. Rocks and fires. High and out of the zone. 3-1. The 3-1. Swing. Slices that foul and out of play. Full count. So a full count Righty, Bibby. Swing, slaps it towards right field. That's down for a base hit. And the Tigers have one on and one out here in the top of the third. Good piece of hitting there by the backstop Dingler. That'll bring Sweeney to the plate, the shortstop for the Tigers. He's batting 195 on the night. We did not see him in our series this past weekend. So they're trying to juggle up the lineup, get something going. First pitch misses to a ball to Sweeney. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, runner at first. Misses high, 2-0. Tigers nothing, Guardians nothing. Guardians would get the tiebreaker if they end up in a tie, which they currently are at with the Tigers at the top of the division. The 2-0 pops it up. Foul territory, giving chase is Bo Naylor, the hind catcher for the Guardians, but it bends into the stands. 2-1. Double play will get him out of the jam. The 2-1. Brings it. Swing. Slaps it back foul. Evens up the count at 2-2. Standing on deck is the top of the order, Parker Meadows, left-handed bat. Trey Sweeney batting 195. He does have 6 home runs in 116 games this season. So he must be an all-or-nothing kind of hitter, 195 but 6 homers. The 2-2. Swing. Rakes it into right field, and that's through for a base hit. They'll go corner to corner, and the Tigers have runners at first and third with only one out. The righty-lefty matchup as Parker Meadows comes to the plate. Bibby at 45 pitches. The first one right there. Good bender on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. They're calling that a sweeper. Really looks more like a traditional curve as the 0-1 swing. That ball is hammered into right field. Runner will tag up, and the Tigers come home to score. It is 1-0. Good hard hit ball there by Meadows to drive in Dingler here in the third inning to take the early lead. Right fielder out there, Cafes, he's kind of stumbling out there, but he was able to hold the grip. I don't think he would have ever had a chance, but you never know with the catcher running. Bibby fires it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Gleyber Torres, the ex-Yankee, stands in. First pitch swinging. He slaps that into right field. That's through for a base hit. And Bibby is on the ropes. Runners at first and second. They'll go station to station. And here comes Carpenter. Garrett Carpenter batting .255. Home run hitter coming to the plate. First pitch on the way, misses high. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Good to see you sleepwalking, and Uncle Charlie. I know I haven't had a chance to chat here, trying to keep my eyes moving around the board. Runners at first and second. We're in Cleveland, Ohio. Tigers lead it 1-0. There are 2 outs. Kerry Carpenter digging in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, high and out of the zone. 2-1. 2-1 count. Bibby looks in. Turns around, flips it over to second. Threw behind the runner. Arias, the shortstop, never even made a move towards second base. He just made sure he secured the throw. Probably more of a keep them close kind of move than think they're actually going to pick them off. Actually, don't hate that strategy. They must work on that because Arias didn't even worry about budging. The 2-1 pops it up. Out of play, 2-2. These two teams fighting it out for the AL Central title, which will punch their ticket to the postseason. The team left out could be left out altogether, as they are flailing behind Boston and New York. Is the 2-2. Outside wide, full count. So now the runners will be off to the races. They do have Houston on their heels as well. Right now, Detroit has the final spot of the wild card, but you just got to figure if you lose this series, you probably take it on a couple of losses. Astros are spinning their wheels as well. They lost to Oakland last night, or the Athletics. They played the Athletics tonight, excuse me. They've lost 4 in a row. The payoff pitch. Swing, chops it foul, do it again. So we might get some new blood into the playoffs and get the old blood out. Obviously, the Braves will not be in it. And the Astros, they're going to have to play some good baseball to get in it, because the Mariners are starting to separate themselves very close to clinching that division. Full count. First and second, runners will be on the move. Carpenter looking in. Here's the pitch from Bibby. Swing, slaps it over to first. And Manzardo's got it. He'll step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. So they gave up the 1 run, but it could have been a lot worse. We will head to, I guess we're heading to Boston. Or, excuse me, Canada. We're heading to Canada. The Red Sox are batting. It's 3-0 Red Sox. We are bringing up the screen. I just didn't want y'all to have to see all the nonsense in the background when we try to wait for the here it comes. 3-0 Boston. We're in Toronto. The Red Sox have 1 on, 1 out. Max Scherzer goes to work. First pitch on the way. Inside for a ball to Jarren Duran. That's 1-0. Chops it foul, 1-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Max Scherzer, 66 pitches in. Yankees trailed the Blue Jays by 1 game in the standings for the AL East lead. The Red Sox are 3 games behind the Yankees, but they're more concerned with trying to punch their ticket via the wild card. They have the second slot right now, a game in front of the Tigers. The 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Righty lefty. Boston leads at 3-0. We're in the 4th inning. The pitch, swing and a miss. Chase it upstairs. 2 down. Good high heat. Duran chased that one well off the plate and out of the zone. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh in the 6th inning versus the Reds. We're going to try to go there next. The Reds will be batting soon. Well, make that 2-0. The Pirates just scored another run. First pitch on the way from Max Scherzer. Trevor Story. It's a 4-seam fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. 2 outs here for the Boston Red Sox with 1 on and a 3-run lead. He'll try to drop a curveball down below the knee. Story wasn't chasing. Max Scherzer at 70 pitches here in the 4th inning. Really high pitch count. That's kind of been his MO for the last few years. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Bender off the plate, 1-2. Sleepwalking, I don't think he would go to the bullpen. I think he's going to be a starter or he's going to hang him up. The big question mark is who's going to continue to pay him. He seems like he always finds someone to say, all right, come on in. He'll definitely be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I am not a fan of his because of the stunts that he pulled during the CBA, but he's definitely going to be a first ballot. I would think. His numbers, unless he does something crazy in between now and then. As the 1-2's fouled back. We'll do it again. Bad sleepwalking. You're supposed to be pulling for the Reds. 1-2 swung on. That ball's roasted up the middle. And they'll go station to station. But Trevor Story puts a man into scoring position, and Max Scherzer's not out of the woods yet. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Pitch on the way, 94, right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. First and second, one out. The 0-1 swing. That ball's hit over to third. Should be an easy play. It is, and that will end the inning. So the Red Sox still lead it 3-0. We will head to Cincinnati. They trail by 2, but they are about to grab the bats, trying to reload the screen. Waiting for it to kick in. They have. I was trying to beat the system. System got me. I was trying to reload the screen, and they had a commercial up, one of those, kind of like the way YouTube does. And I was like, well, if I just reload the screen, and it restarted the whole thing again. So here we go. We are going into Cincinnati. Double check and make sure that's right. Yep, we're in Cincinnati. Give me a chance to say hi to all y'all as we wait for the Cincinnati Reds, who trail by 2, to come to the bat. Mets and Cubs should be starting any moment now. And here we go. Paul Skenes goes back to work. First pitch on the way. Swing. Sizzles one foul. Back behind home plate. Marte, the batter, the number 2 man. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Marte, Lux, and Steer. It's 0-1. We will try to go to Chicago next. The Mets are just about to start their at-bat. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Paul Skenes, number 73 on the day. Way outside wide, sweeper misses. 1-2. You got to figure he's the runaway favorite for the National League Cy Young Award. Chase Burns is warming up in the bullpen. For the Reds, the youngster, who was in the starting rotation earlier in the year. The 2-2 from Skenes. Swing, rips it up the middle. That's going to be an easy 4-3 put out. What a way. 1 up, 1 down. Oh, geez, what we got to... All right. That scarecrow shows up everywhere, doesn't he? Let me switch the view on this real quick and get it rolling again. First pitch on the way is a splitter to Gavin Lux. It'll miss for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Check swing. Did he go around? Looked like he did. He did. Check down the third base line. It's 1-1. So 1-1 count. We're in Cincinnati. Pitch on the way to Lux. Down and in, 2-1. Pirates lead it 2-0. For those of you trying to make sure the Mets don't make the playoffs, this is not good news. The Reds need a rally. Lux 0 for 2 with the pop out and the ground out. The 2-1 chops it foul. It's 2-2. The 2-2. Paul Skenes sitting on 6 strikeouts. Brings it. Swing, pops it up. He won't strike out, but he'll fly out. F9 in your scorecard, 2 away. Reynolds right there with the catch. Those pesky Pirates are heading to Atlanta. We'll see them this weekend. Remember, Braves Country today is going to be at a different time than usual. Not only is it 10 a.m., but it's going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be Friday. I'll explain it on tomorrow's show, but it's going to be 10 a.m. It's going to be right after the Armchair Quarterback show. First pitch on the way to Steer is right there. Outer edge, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires right there. Four-seam fastball 0-2. Oh-2 count. Paul Skenes, number 83 on the night. Just misses high, 1-2. 1-2 from Skenes. Looks in, brings it. Swing, chops it foul. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Paul Skenes, 7 strikeouts on the night. He's got the 7 punchies. He's got 4 hits allowed, and he's got a shutout working. We will try to head over here to the Cubs are about to grab the bats. We'll head over there. 0-0. We'll give you a quick score update as they just went to commercial break over there. So we'll give you a quick score update. Cleveland leads Detroit 2-1 now. Over in Boston, it's 4-0 Red Sox. Looks like somebody just went yard for the Red Sox. Scherzer's still in the game. See who we got in here. We got Brian, we got PETA, Sleepwalking, JJ. I know this is a little bit of a bumpy broadcast. We're trying to iron out the kinks. I know some of y'all are listening on external radio. And we've got other folks that are they've messaged us on some of the sites and told them that and said they're watching. I just haven't seen a ton of people in the chat, but I also haven't been able to keep up with it. They're about to go back to, we're in Chicago, and it's 0-0. The Mets, I believe, went 1-2-3 is what it looked like. Heading to the bottom of the first. And the youngster, Jonah Tong, is going up against Boyd for the Cubs. Tong kicks and fires. First pitch on the way. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Pitch at the knees. 1-1. The worst thing about this is so it's blacked out unless you have ESPN. And so we're having to use it off the ESPN broadcast. A lot of times, if it's on one of the national brands, you can still run it off of MLB is the 1-1 right there. At the knees, good pitch, 1-2. And there, I don't have to tell y'all, but the ESPN broadcast, I'm just talking about the production. I'm not talking about whoever's calling the game. I can't hear them. It's just awful. They flip all over the place. They cut into other things. They promote crap all over the screen. The 1-2, outside wide, 2-2. If it weren't for the fact that Braves care about the Mets not making the playoffs, we wouldn't even attempt this one. We'd do the other ones. The 2-2 count. Righty-lefty matchup. Bush, the batter. Swing! That ball's hammered into right center field. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Up against the wall, and the Cubbies have a lead-off double to start the game. Good hard hit ball. And the Cubs have a man in scoring position to get things going. The first pitch to Nico Hoerner is a strike right there. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Bush at second, nobody out. The pitch on the way. Teardrop below the knees. 1-1. The 1-1 changeup. Did he go around? They checked down the first base line. He did not. Ball 2-1. Nico Hoerner, the batter, batting .302. The 2-1 pitch. Right there. Good changeup by Tong. Changeup right there. Just misses, full count. Nico Hoerner, batting .302 on the year, 6 home runs, 60 RBI, 29 stolen bases. The payoff pitch, down and away, ball 4. So the Cubbies got runners on first and second. Nobody out. We're bringing you non-stop, no commercial whip-around coverage the best we can with the technology that we have. We're in Chicago right now as the Cubs lead the Mets, or the Cubs against the Mets is 0-0. Runners on first and second, nobody out. We'll be going for at least another hour. Where I'm marking around 9:30, 9:45 is where we'll have to shut it down. The first pitch on the way is a changeup. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. They're going to give me an alert when they decide to do the post game at all the other stations. So when that happens, we'll shut her down. But we're at least going till 9:30. Started this at 7:15 if you're just joining us. First pitch on the way is a changeup, down and in, 1-1. We will be doing the same thing on Sunday, and I think I've already figured out a couple of things that I need to change pregame. 1-1 count, runners on first and second. Cubs at the plate. Ian Happ batting .241. 23 home runs, 76 RBI, 6 stolen bases, a .763 OPS. Tong looks in. His 14th pitch of the inning. Down below the knees. Two and one. Two-one count. Check swing. Did he go around? They checked down the third base line. Don't believe he did. He did not. 3-1. It's the youngster Jonah Tong. He is in danger of loading the bases. The Mets have turned to the 3-1 four-seam fastball. Happ bangs it foul. Might have chased one there. Full count. Mets have turned to the youngsters in their rotation down the stretch because the veterans just aren't getting it done. I was trying to remember that nickname a second ago. I can't remember what it was, but remember the young Mets from about 25 years ago? They had Jason Isringhausen and all those guys, and they were supposed to be the next big thing. They were trying to bill them like the next Braves type rotation. As the full count, that ball's banged foul down the line. We'll do it again. 3-2 pitch, 17th pitch of the night. 18 will be on the way. He's yet to record an out. Runners at first and second. It is 0-0. He's really trying to get a double play or a strikeout here. Double play would be a godsend for him right now. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's banged foul once again. I wonder if John would remember that nickname. Oh, wait a minute. Minnesota and Texas. Nobody cares about that. You tricked me, Peanut. Full count. Swing and a miss, strike three. Finally got him. Chased a changeup down and in. That's his big strikeout pitch. One away. But I remember because ESPN was all about it, man. They thought that group of starting pitchers coming up for the Mets was going to be it, and they didn't. They never ended up being anything. I want to say it was right around the turn of the century. It's first. Jonah Tong's going to flip it over to second real quick to keep the runners by. Cubs have runners on first and second. There's one out. And Moises Ballesteros at the plate. He's got an .827 OPS, the designated hitter. Batting .261, first pitch on the way. That ball swung on. That's going to be roped through the infield. A worm burner. Here comes the throw to the plate. He is safe. Good hustle by Michael Busch. And the Cubbies take a one-run lead. Mets catcher Francisco Alvarez wants the Mets to take a look at it. Let's see. It was close. Oh, it is so close. You're going to have to see an above picture. He did a swim move, and oh, man, it is close. To me, it looks like he got the tag before the arm came across the plate because his hand makes a bump. Now, here's the problem. The best look you have, the umpire was blocking it. And the call on the field was safe. The other problem you have is that DJ Rayburn is the home plate umpire for the Cubs game. Man, that is close. If they overturn that, that's going to be insane. Because it's so close. It looks like they got him on the top of the arm and then the hand hits, but it's so hard to see from that angle. And his hand was bouncing. I think they probably got him. They did get him, so they'll take the run off the board. Really good throw out there by Tyrone Taylor. And it's 0-0. Runners on first and second. You knew it was going to be a close play. Michael Bush has good speed, but Taylor with a good arm, and it was a shallow hit ball. But typically, you can be aggressive at Wrigley because of the high grass. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, bounces it over to third, and that'll end the inning. G5 on the putout. Vientos keeps the Cubs at bay, and Taylor keeps the Cubs off the scoreboard. We will head to Cleveland, Ohio here in just a second. Bringing in the 3D right now for it, so Cleveland leads it 2-1. Detroit took the early lead. Cleveland is at the plate. One down, a 1-1 count. Tigers today turn to Jack Flaherty. Arias is at the plate. Flaherty at 66 pitches here in the fourth. The 1-1 swung on by Arias. Foul down the line. It's 1-2. Standing on deck. It's my guy, Schneeman. Schneeman standing on deck. I don't know why, but I like that name. The 1-2. Swing, chops it foul. We'll do it again. Arias really known for his glove, one of the better shortstop in all of baseball. He can get into one every once in a while. The 2-2, or the 1-2 inside, misses 2-2. Gabriel Arias does have 11 home runs on the year, 221 batting average, 637 OPS. If he can get on, he's got 8 stolen bases. The 2-2 from Flaherty. Down and away, full count. So a full count. We have more pressing things, so we're going to go to that. This is why you love this. The Reds have the tying runner coming, or have the tying run at the plate. It's Will Benson, big Will Benson. Runner at first. 2 outs. Lawrence is on the bump now. Skenes is out of the game. By the way, Arias struck out in that at bat. First pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's hammered into the right field stands. Foul territory. It's 0-1. Reds trail 2-0. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 0-1. Brings it. P at the knees. 96-mile-an-hour sinker. It's 0-2. Benson is lined out and ground out. Reds fans want him to hit one out now. The 0-2 count. Outside wide, 1-2. Batman's asking about Charlie Morton. He'll be in the pen. They've released. Well, we'll go over that tomorrow. I got to keep my eye on the games. Check into Braves Country today at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Batman will go over all that. The 1-2 count. Swing! That ball sizzled back foul. They are heading to the 5th in Cleveland. The Guardians lead it 2-1. So Flaherty got out of that inning unscathed. Boston leads Toronto 4-0 in the 6th, and they're just heading to the 2nd in Chicago, 0-0 with the Mets. The 1-2 misses outside, 2-2. Two count. And down and away, ball 3, 3-2. Full count now, runner be on the move. Matt McLean is standing on deck. And if they keep the line moving, Friedel in the top of the order are on the way. Yankees lead the White Sox 5-1. That game's getting away, so we're probably going to put that on the back burner, as well as the Boston-Toronto game for now, focusing on the Cubs, the Tigers, and the Reds game. The 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. Will Benson comes up snake eyes. Reds will have the bottom of the order due up when they come to bat in the 8th. We'll try to bounce back over there when that happens. We are now heading back to Chicago, where the Cubs and Mets are 0-0. We'll get the screen in here in a second when it loads in, but right now, Boyd to work versus Vientos, and he just struck him out. 2 down here in the top of the 2nd. That'll bring Brandon Nimmo to the plate. Boy, I saw some Mets fans wearing out Nimmo. There was somebody else that I guess had a bad game. They were complaining about him. Man, I hate to tell you, but you just locked him up to an 8-year deal a couple off seasons ago. First pitch on the way to Nimmo was off the plate. It's 1-0. When they signed him, I was a little disappointed because I like watching Nimmo play. I wanted to see him elsewhere. But then I saw the number, and I'm like, man, they overpaid for him. I don't know who told them that they should pay him. And they locked him up to I want to say it was an 8-year, 160 deal with somewhere in that neighborhood. Is the 2-0 to Nimmo from Boyd, off the plate wide, slider, 3-0. It didn't make sense to me. Where his age was and his production, he's a good type of slap hitter from the outfield. You'll get a home run every once in a while. He's a 3-0 right there for a strike, 3-1. But you knew his arm wasn't going to age well, and they've been putting him in left field all year long. But I've always liked him because he hustles and he works the count. The 3-1 swing, chops it over to first. Hard hit ball off the glove of the first baseman over there, Michael Bush. He will recover, flip it to Boyd, and that'll end the inning. They head to the bottom of the 2nd, 0-0, and we will go back to Detroit. Detroit, Cleveland in Ohio. Top of the 5th out there. 2-1 your score, 1 out. The 2-2 from Bibby to Meadows is down and in. Full count now. So a full count. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him. Good pitch by Bibby. 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Cleveland leads it 2-1, top of the 5th. First pitch right there is a bender down below the knees to Gleyber Torres. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it away, 1-1. Not ignoring the Yankees and Red Sox, but they both have comfortable leads. The Red Sox lead at 4-0, and the Yankees 5-1. Boston is in the 7th with Toronto, and the Yankees are in the 5th at home against the White Sox. 1-1. Fouls it away. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, bangs it over towards short. And that'll end the inning. Cleveland leads it 2-1. And we will go back to Chicago as the Cubs are grabbing the sticks. It's an 0-2 count. Jonah Tong facing Carson Kelly. 97-mile-an-hour fastball misses high, 1-2. The 1-2, good to see Iron Lung. Change up, swing, bangs it high and deep into center field. Drifting back, making the catch is Tyrone Taylor. One away. If you're just joining us in the first inning, Tyrone Taylor threw out Michael Bush at home plate, coming around trying to score from a single coming from second base. A single by Ballesteros. Tyrone Taylor put a freaking bullet there at the plate. It was impressive considering how slow the ball rolls in Wrigley. First pitch on the way, 95 miles an hour. Right there for a strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1, PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter, batting .246 on the year. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Swing, drives that out to center field, but Tyrone Taylor's there. 2 down. That'll bring Dansby Swanson to the plate, ex-Atlanta Brave. 23 home runs on the year. .76 RBI. First pitch on the way is right there at the knees. Changeup. It's 0-1. The 0-1. 0-0 your score here in the bottom of the second inning. Swing and a miss. Four-seamer, 0-2. They're just showing a home run out in Philly. Saw a lady with glasses catch. I was like, uh-oh, she's back. It's not it's not the same one. The 0-2 count. And that game literally means nothing. That game, the Philly Miami game. The 0-2. To Dansby Swanson. 2 foul balls and 2 strikes. 5th pitch of the at-bat from Tong. Swing! Did he get a piece of that? He did. Wasn't sure if he missed it all together and it bounced up, but he did get a piece of it. Oh, 2 count. 34th pitch, and we're only in the 2nd inning for Jonah Tong, so they'll be into that Mets bullpen fairly early. The pitch on the way. Swing, golfs it out towards center field, making the running catches. Tyrone Taylor is the hero of the game so far for the Mets. He made all 3 of those outs and threw Bush out at the plate in the 1st. We'll be back over to where are we going next? Looks like we are heading towards, I believe, Cincinnati. Here in just a second, as soon as I can get it fired up. Matt McLean, the batter. He's got an 0-2 count, facing Matson, the right-hander from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Reds trail 2-0. The 0-2 misses high, 1-2. See if we can get a better view here. Put it on the batter so we'll follow him around. The 1-2, swing, pops it up. Out of play. Do it again. Right now, the Reds are a game behind the Mets. They do own the tiebreaker. Cincinnati lost last night. The Mets won a wild shootout, 9-8 in Chicago. The Mets will finish their season in Miami, and the Reds in Milwaukee. So they all have one more game tomorrow. Time is called. Reds have 32 come-from-behind victories, tied for most in Major League Baseball. They've got the pitching. It's been the offense has been their issue all year long, is the slider in the dirt, 1-2. Which is not usual because they play in the Great American Small Park, but they just haven't had the offensive numbers they've normally had. Normally it's the other issue. They don't have any pitching. They can't get any, and they're scoring runs left and right. The 2-2, swing, fouls it away. I'd like to see Tito Martinez in the postseason. That would be fun to watch. He's one of my favorite managers. Matt McLean, 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout. Cleveland has taken a 3-1 lead, by the way, in the 5th. We'll try to get out there next. The 2-2 pitch inside. Full count. Full count. Matson comes set. Brings it. Swing! That ball's lifted into center field. Drifting back, making the easy catches. O'Neal Cruz. One away. Hard hit ball, but right on the same path that O'Neal. He only had to drift back, I will say, about 4 or 5 steps. Hard hit ball, but made the catch with ease. because he's a converted shortstop. No way. TJ Friedel, we go back to the top of the order. First pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's hammered over to the right side of the infield. Play is made 4-3. Yorkie to Horowitz. 2 down. Man, you almost need... Both those guys need stage names. Those are 2 terrible names. They need stage names. I like to give it to them when they're singers or actors and they got a bad name that doesn't click. Someone's getting launched in the Toronto Blue Jays game, by the way. I don't think that's a man. Well, no, I think it's a coach. I don't know who it is, but he was given the what for to the home plate umpire over there. First pitch to Marte is there for a strike. It's 0-1. No, that's not the manager, because I recognize the manager, but that might have been their pitching coach. I don't know who that was. Man, he was mad. The 0-1 swing. That ball's going high and deep, going back on the track. It's off the wall. O'Neal Cruz crashes into the wall. Keep going, baby. Keep going. Round and round and round he goes. Where he'll stop, no one knows. It's an inside the park home run. How about that? 2-1, baby. O'Neal Cruz went crashing into the wall. The left fielder, it's Tommy Pham. All right, Tommy Pham spit the bit. He was out there in left field. He was literally out there in left field. He was slow to get to that. He's not even coming into the picture when the ball comes off the wall. By the time he finally gets over there, I'd like to see an above view on that, because I think there was some he'll get it going on from Pham. So it's a 2-1 game. Marte wasn't even a play at the plate. By the time they got it in, Marte had rounded the bases. And all right. I was just glad I finally got to play the new home run soundbite that I had for this particular ML, because I was like, well, you can't predict who the heck's going to do it. I'm not making 19 freaking... Man, there is a huge cleat mark in the wall where O'Neal Cruz went crashing in. 2-1 your score now. And now Gavin Lux due up. Man, I believe he's okay, but that's kind of dangerous when you see that cleat mark like that. Sometimes they get their foot stuck in the wall and they twist their knee, but it appears to be okay. Matson goes back to work. Righty-lefty, Gavin Lux takes the first pitch down and in. It's 1-0. So now we got a 1-run lead here in Cincinnati. Boston leads Toronto 4-0 in the 7th. Cleveland 3-1 over Detroit in the 5th, and the Cubs and Mets are scoreless in the 3rd. Yankees have a 5-1 lead in Yankee Stadium. Those are the 5 games we've been following today. Why those 5? Because I don't have a 6th monitor to pull off. The 1-1 right there. It's 1-2, and I do. But 2-1 count. 4-seam fastball misses 3-1. Gavin Lux batting .264, the former LA Dodger. He was traded to Cincinnati just before opening day. Had a good season here for the Reds at 3-1. Misses high ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Starting to think. Is that the first inside the Parker I've called? I think it is. At least I don't remember the Braves doing one. We've gotten a couple called on done on us, but I won't give it the safe oomph if we're getting it done on us. I didn't even have that pre-planned. I was just going round and round and round he goes. So runner at first, 2 outs. Steer, now the batter. Spencer Steer with Gavin Lux at first. And another delay. Are they going out there? They're. Can't tell if that's a pitching change. It is a pitching change. So what we will do, what is going on here? All right, we're going to keep the screen where it's at because when we come back off the pitching change, we're going to take you right back to Cincinnati. But we will go to the only game that's not at break. New York Yankees lead at 5-1, top of the 6th. Max Fried fires the first pitch right there. Off the 1-1, it's 1-2. 1-2. I would switch it over, but by the time I get it switched over, we're going to be right back here, so there's no real point in it. 1-2 count. Yankees lead at 5-1. We're coming right back to Cincinnati as soon as they come back. Max Fried. Swing. Broken bat, and it's going to be a soft line drive, and that'll end the inning. So Max Fried gets out of it. He's got, see where his numbers are right now. Max Fried has gone 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 1 run, 4 hits, and a walk. They go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Yankees lead it 5-1. See if Judge did anything in this game. Yep, Judge hit another home run. 392-foot blast with Volpe and Grisham on base. So there's a three RBI home run. That's the big spots there. They're in Boston as we wait for them to come back. Oh, never mind, they are back. It's 4-0 Boston. They manhandled the Blue Jays tonight with Garrett Crochet on the mound. He is 7 innings in, no runs, only 3 hits allowed. That kid is fun to watch. I told one of my Red Sox buddies, we'll take him off your hands here in a few years when you think he's past his prime, like Chris Sale. I got a whole lot of quietness from that one. The 1-2 or 2-1, your score. First pitch on the way inside. That ball hit him. That ball hit Spencer Steer. Just got him in the arm. He's okay. But Santana, who comes out of the pen quickly, 2 on, 2 out, and here he comes. Here he comes, baby. Ellie De La Cruz. Where's Miss Carey when we need her? 2 on, 2 out. Ellie De La Cruz, 1 swing, he could put, this place will erupt. 21 home runs on the year, batting .265 with a .780 OPS. First pitch to Ellie, swings, smokes it up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman, 4-3, bad throw, and first baseman loses his balance and holds on to it, tags the bag with his glove, and that'll end the inning. Wow, what an acrobatic play over there by the Pittsburgh Pirates, Horowitz. Once again, we got to get a better name. We will head to, where's it popping at? It is popping in Cleveland. Let's head back there. Runner on first, 2 outs. Make sure I got the right game. Yeah, I got the right game. Runner on first, 2 outs. Bibby's still at work. Perez, the batter, Wenzel Perez. The guy, remember we played them earlier this weekend. I was calling him Pencil. Pencil Perez standing at the plate, representing the tying run. Runner at first, 2 away. Bibby, 102nd pitch of the night. 93 off the bump. Misses outside wide. So 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Misses high, 2-1. He's gone change up, 4-seam, 4-seam. Infield back into the right. The 2-1. Fouls it back. Two and two. When the Reds go back to offense in the bottom of the ninth, we will take you right there. The 2-2 count. And meanwhile, we are here in Cleveland, keeping an eye on what's going on in Chicago. The Cubs are threatening in the third. If this inning ends quickly, we will head to the Windy City. The 2-2. Swing and a missed strike 3. Bibby gets him out well over the century mark. What an outstanding performance. 105 pitches, 5 strikeouts, 6 innings. And that man can take a rest. The next time they'll need him would be in the postseason or his season's through. Let's head over to the Windy City. 0-0. Your score. We head into Chicago. Runner at first, nobody out. We now have a full count. So we pull it back. Bush at the plate. He's 1 for 1. He was the man thrown out at first. Or excuse me, at home in the first inning. 0-0. The payoff pitch. Tong brings it. High and out of the zone. Ball 4. So the Cubbies have put runners on first and second. Nobody out. Jonah Tong at 44 pitches here in the third inning with no outs. So they'll be keeping an eye on that. First pitch on the way. Throws a bender off the edge. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing. That ball's ripped into left field. Here comes the run. They're going to hold him up. Man, now that's the time where you send them. The bases are going to be loaded and nobody out, and I get the idea behind that. But Brandon Nimmo, he's an old weenie arm out there, man. You got to send the runner. Cause some problems. Old noodle arm. He doesn't really throw the ball. He shoves it. Kind of reminds me of Johnny Damon. Johnny Damon after he found the barber. The Pirates are threatening in the ninth in Cincinnati, but the Reds just made a great play. Diving stab by the third baseman of the Reds in foul territory. The Pirates do have a runner on and one out. We'll keep an eye on that. As soon as they go back to offense, we will go to Cincinnati, Ohio. Right now we're in Chicago. We've already got that one queued up, so it should be ready to roll. Bases loaded, nobody out after the quick mound visit. First pitch on the way is down and into Ian Happ. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there, 95 mile an hour. Strike on the outer edge. It's 1-1. Ian Happ. Oh for 1 on the day. The pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered down the right field line. That ball is a fair ball. It's going to get off the wall. Bounces out. Soda comes up with it. He fires it into second, and it is an RBI. Make it 2 RBI double by Ian Happ. Smoking it down the line. Looked like that was his change, and all it changed into was 2 runs down the first base line. Just snuck inside. The ball jetted out. And the Cubs have runners on first and second and third now, and there's still nobody out, and they've got a 2-run lead. First pitch on the way. Ballesteros is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Ballesteros ripped one up the middle his first time up, a single. Would have been an RBI single if it wasn't for a phenomenal throw by Michael Taylor to get Bush at the plate. The 0-1. Misses 1-1. We're still keeping an eye on it in Cincinnati. It's 2-1. Pittsburgh. Change up. Misses. Ball 2-1. They've got a left-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Metropolitans. The Chicago Orphans, now known as the Cubs. The 2-1 right there at the knees, 2-2. 2-2 count. Fly ball would equal a run. A single could score 2. The 2-2. Swing, chops it over. It's going to get through the infield. Hard chopper, diving play by Vientos. They'll go station to station, and it is 3-0. That ball was smoked. A 2-hopper that went past the diving attempt by Vientos. I don't know why he was playing so close to the line. You get that he was holding the runner, but you don't have to be that close to the line this early in the game, especially when you're trailing. First pitch on the way. Righty. Seiya Suzuki. Down and in, it's 0-1. Don't know why, but he's one of my favorite players to watch bat. I like how disciplined he normally is. He's the right fielder tonight. The 0-1 swing! That ball's banged down the third base line. That's going to be another run. Ballesteros goes running into third, standing up, and the Chicago Cubs have a 4-0 lead. Four to nothing. Reds, by the way, are still holding the Pirates at 2-1. They're in the top of the ninth. There's 2 outs. As soon as that game goes to break, we will go over there. They're going to make a pitching change. Jonah Tong is done. Put a fork in Jonah. He's done. Put a tong in him. Wow. You got to feel for that youngster. You know, all these young kids that the Mets have pitching, and I get it. They're veterans, spit the bit. But at the same token, I mean, you're asking a lot for youngsters to pitch that deep into meaningful games into September heading to October, because they're not used to throwing that many innings, and it's showing. The first few outings, they looked really good. And now they're all falling apart. Cleveland leads Detroit 3-1. And in the ninth inning, the Pirates now have runners on first and second and 2 outs. Tommy Pham with a single. Reds trying to keep it right there, have a chance to have some ninth inning magic as they trail by only 1 run. Pagan, by the way, Bajan, I always like to call him Pagan, but Bajan is in there pitching for the Cincinnati Reds. And he's got a 1-0 count on Nick Gonzalez. Kind of seeing how that inning goes and how a couple of other innings are going, where we're going next, because the plan is to go right to Cincinnati, but if that inning spins out of control, as the Mets and Cubs are back at it, what you see on your screen. And Lovelady, it's old Dickie Lovelady. He's back, baby. He's got a 9.31 ERA. Ladies don't love that, Dickie. He's coming in to try to put out the fire against the Cubs. They trail 4-0 in the 0-2. It's fouled back. Carson Kelly, the batter. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. The 0-2. Swing. Did he get up? He must have got a piece of it just to stay alive. It rolled behind home plate, but nobody's darting back there. So an 0-2 count. The Reds, by the way, are 1 strike away from getting out of their inning, and if they do, they'll have the middle of the order due up in the ninth, trailing by 1. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, snapping sweeper, gets Carson Kelly, 1 away. They've now run it to a full count in Cincinnati. So the runners will be off to the races. They have first and second, 2 outs in that game. And Bajan has just loaded the bases, so a lot of drama there. First pitch on the way to Pete Crow Armstrong here at the game that we have on your screen. It's a strike right there. It's 0-1. They're going out there to talk to Bajan in the Cincinnati game. The 0-1 swing, belts it high and deep. It'll stay in the park, but here comes the throw. Juan Soto, who's not known for his arm, he will not get Ballesteros, who's not known for his speed. So it's opposed to the immovable object versus the irresistible force. It's the very movable object versus the I can take it or leave it force. And the Cubs have taken a 5-0 lead over the Mets, which is big for Reds fans. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and transfer it over. That huge lead over there. The Reds have loaded the bases up. The Pirates are at the plate. The Reds trail by 1. We're in the top of the 9th, and Pejan is up against Yorkie. Righty-righty matchup. Nick Yorkie. First pitch on the way. Swing. Hits high. Not very deep into right field, and that will end the inning. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th. We'll be back in just a flash. Just got to get something to drink. We'll keep the Reds score up. We'll see you in about 30. All right. We're waiting for the Reds to come back, so that's what you see on your screen because we're in the bottom of the 9th. They trail by a run. But right now we're going to give you the audio on Cleveland. The Guardians lead that 3-1. Runner at first. Pitch on the way. Swing! That ball's hammered over to third base. Jose Ramirez fires it to second. They get the out there, but it's an errant throw to first. And the inning will stay alive for the Tigers. The Tigers trail by 2 in that one. And when the Reds game concludes, we'll take you right there for whatever we have left. They're going to get Heron, the pitcher, out of the game. So they are going to break, but that is okay because we've got Pirates Reds here about to reconvene here in the bottom of the 9th. By the way, good pitching matchup tomorrow. Ashcraft versus Lodolo in that Pirates Reds game. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch on the way from Santana, who closed out the last inning, is a bender down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0 righty-righty matchup. Stewart 0 for 3 on the day. Chops it foul. 1-1. Sal Stewart 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts. Infield back into the left. The 1-1. Down and away. Good take. Ball 2, 2-1. Two 2-1 count. Kicks and fires. Right there at the knees. 2-2. Good sinker. The 2-2. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down on strikes. 0 for 4 on the day. 1 down. Tyler Stephenson will now be the batter. Stephenson is 3 for 3. He's got a single, a double, and an infield single. Will Benson, big Will Benson, stands on deck. First pitch on the way to Stephenson is outside wide. Cutter misses. It's 1-0. Tyler Stephenson, Atlanta, Georgia native. Drafted by the Reds in the first round, 11th pick overall, 2015 out of Kennesaw Mountain, Georgia. Kennesaw Mountain High School. Sliders right there for a strike. It's 1-1. Looked like a pitch a little below the knees. Yeah, it was. Stephenson with 12 home runs and 48 RBI. The 1-1 outside wide. 2-1. Two-1 count. Adrian Johnson is the home plate umpire here in Cincinnati tonight. The 2-1. Right there, 94. A little higher up. Definitely hit the zone that time. Stephenson taking his time out as he wipes the sweat from his brow. Gives his batting gloves the old Nomar Garciaparra. Reds trail 2-2. They're all scoreboard watching. They know the Mets are, or the Cubs are in, the Mets are in trouble losing to the Cubs. The 2-2. Swing! That ball's lifted high and deep. Get up! Get up! Get up! Zip! Boom! Bam! It's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong! A solo shot, and Katie barred the door, baby! We got a tie game in Cincinnati! Holy Toledo! And holy Cincinnati, for that matter. Everything in Hawaii, in Ohio. A hanger, a banger. Hanging slider. We've seen that many a times from Stephenson when he plays the Braves. First pitch on the way to Will Benson is a swing and a miss. Change up its own 1. He now represents the winning run. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Change up its own 2. 0-2 count. Benson, one swing could walk this baby off, and they know that the Mets are in trouble in Chicago. The 0-2. Down below the knees. 1-2. We'll bring you this same kind of MLB whip around on Sunday. It'll start at 4:15. We're going to put the Braves on the screen at 3 o'clock. And then I'm going to preserve my voice till 4:15 is the 1-2. That ball's hit hard on the ground into right field. It is down for a base hit, baby. That ball was absolutely smoked. The right fielder out there, Brian Reynolds, thought he was going to be able to get to it. That ball was hit so hard with so much topspin, he had to slam on the brakes before it ate him up and got behind him. First pitch swinging by McLean, pops it up. And that'll bend out of play. It's 0-1. Tyler Stephenson, the Atlanta, Georgia native who tied the game up. It's his first 4-hit game in his career. That surprises me because I swear he's done about 9 times to the Braves. Every time we play the Reds. That's the only reason why I know he's from Atlanta, because I've looked him up a million times. There's some debris on the field in the outfield. So Sawinski, who came in for O'Neal Cruz in center field, retrieved it and tossed it into the stands. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. It's 3-1 in Cleveland. Guardians over the Tigers are in the bottom of the 7th. The 0-2. This time he did not go around as he checked down the line. 1-2. And the Tigers may have wave the white flag. They've got Rafael Montero on the mound out there. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Yankees still lead the White Sox 5-1 in the 7th. The Cubs lead the Mets 5-0. They're in the bottom of the 4th now. TJ Friedl, top of the order. Red Sox have a touchdown lead over Toronto. First pitch on the way, he'll dribble it over towards second, and it's a 4-3 put out, and that'll end the inning. But not before Tyler Stephenson goes bonzo and ties it up, baby. What a game in Cincinnati. We will head to, well, I was going to head to Chicago, but the Cubs have hit another home run. They are pounding the Mets 6-0. We're going to head over to Cleveland real quick and keep an eye on the Pittsburgh game. All right, let's get this in here. Montero is on the mound. Waiting here for it to load. As soon as we do, we'll get it brought in for you. Runners at first and second, nobody out in Cleveland. The Tigers trying to keep Cleveland right where they're at. Montero has an 0-2 count on Braccio. So there you see it. First and second, nobody out. The 0-2 count from Montero. They're going to extra innings in Cincinnati. As soon as the Reds go to bat, maybe even before, we'll take you over there. The 0-2. Misses high, 1-2. Want to see how this unfolds here in Cleveland. The Cubs have a 6-0 lead over the Mets. The Red Sox are pounding the Blue Jays 7-1. And the Yankees are about to put it to bed in the Bronx. Santillan is on the mound, by the way, for the Reds. Pitch on the way, miss. So a 2-2 count. Swing, pops it back foul, out of play. Braccio's doubled to left, he's singled to center. He's 2 for 2 on the night. He's the number 9 hitter, so the top of the order is due up. Standing on deck is Stephen Kwan, and then Valerian Ramirez, the 2-2, just below the knees. Really not the best view. We're going to try to get you a better view on this one. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Will it stay in play? Giving chase behind home plate is the backstop for the Tigers. He drops it. Dingler drops it. Insert your own joke there. The Dingler, pretty easy play. Didn't two-hand it, though. These catchers these days. The payoff pitch, high and out of the zone, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. We're going to take you back over to Cincinnati because the runner has made it down to third base. There's nobody out. Pirates trying to take the lead here in extra innings. The 1-2 swung, pops it up. Will stay in play. Looks like it will. Stephenson underneath it. He'll make the grab. He'll have to show old Dingler how to grab it by two hands. One away. One on, one out. Jack Sawinski is batting 135 on the year. Man, when we saw him, he was tearing it up. 3 home runs, first pitch on the way. 4-seam fastball misses high. It's 1-0. We saw him the first time around. Pretty good average. He had just came up. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One count. Remember, the only reason why he's in the game is for defense. They brought him in for O'Neal Cruz because O'Neal Cruz crashed into the wall the winning inning before, but then Tyler Stephenson tied it up. The 1-1 swing lifts it high into center field. That's going to give the Pirates the lead. It's going to be a bouncer over the wall, so it's going to be an RBI double, a grounds rule double, and the Pirates have taken a 1-run lead. But remember, we are in extra innings, so the Reds will have the ghost runner as well. And he launched that. That ball was sizzled. Center fielder Friedel was trying to get on his horse to get that, but that ball was smoked over his head. They were playing a little shallower because of Sawinski's numbers and trying to keep the game tied. First pitch on the way is a slurve up top to Triolo, the number 2 hitter. 0-1. Triolo 0 for 4 on the day. A strikeout, a pop out, a ground out, a line out. The 1-0 in the dirt. Slurve misses. 2-0. They're in the 8th inning in the Bronx, and the Yankees have an 8-1 lead. So if that score holds and the one in Canada holds, the Yankees will be tied for first. Two-0 count right there. Top shelf, 2-1. Not to mention the fact that the Red Sox will then have a 2-game lead over the Tigers if the Tigers don't come back. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. 95 miles an hour, 2-2. Tigers, by the way, they are trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 7th. The bases are loaded and nobody is out. We switched to this game because it was in extra innings. Steve Kwan is at the plate. We'll try to keep an eye on it. The 2-2. Caught looking strike 3. He got caught watching the paint dry. 2 down. Good hard cheese on the outer edge. Kissing the corner. And 1 out away from getting out of the jam. Righty-lefty matchup. Reynolds the batter. First pitch inside. 4-seam fastball. It's 1-0. Thank you, Peta. Crochet pitched 8 innings for the Red Sox. And I know he was cruising. They're in the 9th now with a 6-run lead. Toronto's batting. The 1-0. Right there. P at the knees. It's 1-1. In a perfect world, if it all ends this way in the American League, You know right now if the season ended today, it would be Red Sox Yankees in the first round. Holy cow, would that be fun. The 1-1 swing, fouls it down the line. It's 1-2. And if you hate both teams, look at the bright side. One of them's got to lose. One of them's got to win, too. But that would be a lot of fun. Baseball is better when the Yankees and Red Sox are facing in the postseason. The 1-2. Swing, rips it up the middle. It's grabbed by Ellie De La Cruz. He fires it over to first, and that'll get him out of the inning. So they keep it right there. They trail by 1, but they're going to grab the bats when we return to Cleveland. And Marte, who hit the inside the Parker, will be leading it off for the Reds. And Friedel, with very good speed, the center fielder, will be the ghost runner. Let's go over to Detroit and Cleveland right now. See if we can get this flipped over for you. It's 3-1. The bases are juiced. Cleveland's at the plate. Bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Valera the batter. Swing! It's 1-2. Y'all think this is crazy now? Wait till Sunday. And we've got another computer on the way for next year. This is going to be something we're going to try to do more often. And trust me, the more I do it, the better I'll get at it. Also, the more devices I have. The 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Will Vest. 2 down. Tigers bringing out their closer, trying to keep themselves in the game. They know they got to try to win tonight. They fall behind the Guardians. This is going to be a steep climb. Then it makes tomorrow a must-win. Then they'll head to the weekend tied. If not, they could be down 2 games with 3 to play, and Cleveland would have the tiebreaker. Dari Moreda's coming on, a 3.38 ERA. Friedel at second base, so we will go back over there. Runner at second. We'll pull this one back so you can get a better view of the runner. First pitch on the way, outside wide, 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer from Moreta. It's 1-0. Crochet, by the way, 8 innings, 6 strikeouts. Shutout ball. And the Blue Jays have lost, so they are in trouble. The 1-0 misses outside wide, 2-0. 2-0 count. The Cleveland Guardians have just hit a single, make that a double by Jose Ramirez, ripped it up the middle. He turned a single into a double, and they lead it 5-1 now. So the Guardians putting some distance on that. Here in Cleveland, it's a 2-1 count to Marte. Reds trail by 1. The 2-1. Outside wide, ball 3, 3-1. 3-1 count. I have talked to the radio guys and told them we wanted to stay with this whip around until the Cincinnati game ends, or until my voice throws out. The 3-1 swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. I'm popping chloroseptic and Everything else trying to keep my voice from going out. For those who are just joining, I also did a full game today with the Braves and Nationals earlier today. The payoff pitch. Runner at second. Moretta looks in, brings it. Swing, pops it up. Out of play. When I said chloroseptic, are you trying to trick me into drinking bleach? No, not Clorox. What year is this? Is this 2020 again? The payoff pitch, runner at second. Swing, that ball's ripped into center field, down for a base hit. The runner, Friedel, had a bad read on it, so he started to lean back to second base. So they'll go corner to corner. But the tying run is at third now, and there's still nobody out. Good piece of hitting there by Marte. He is now 2 for 5 with the inside the Parker and that single. Friedel didn't know where the infield was playing behind him. That's what the issue was, because that was hit right over the second base bag. Typically you're taking off, but he must not have known where the shortstop was. So Gavin Lux, the batter, first pitch. Swing! That ball's belted high and deep. That's at least going to tie it. Get up. It will not. Here comes the catch. Fires it into the infield, and the Reds have tied it up. So 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 10th. I'll take some Clorox, John, if you'll take some Tide Pods. Steer comes to the plate. First pitch, high and out of the zone, four-seam fastball. It's 1-0. Meanwhile, back at the ranch in Chicago, the Cubs lead the Mets 6-2, so the Mets have put a couple of runs on the board. Yankees are trying to close out the game in the Bronx. They have a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the 8th, the 1-0. Pops it back foul. 1-1 count. In fact, Trent Grisham just hit another home run, 2-run shot, so they now lead 7-1 in that one in the Bronx. The 1-1. Cleveland leads Detroit 5-1 now in the 8th. This pitch on the way, swing and a miss. It's 1-2. One-two count. Swing, fouls it away. The 1-2 misses high, 2-2. Two count, runner at first, 1 out. Spencer Steer, who's 1 for 3 on the day with a hit by pitch. Digging in, the pitch on the way, swing. Probably chased a slider outside wide. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, blew it right by him, strike 3. The 2 down now. And that'll bring Ellie De La Cruz to the plate. Quick timeout is called by Davis, the catcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's going to go out there and have a quick chat with Moretto. De La Cruz, and then after Ellie De La Cruz, who is 0 for 4 on the day, batting .265, it would be Ke'Bryan Hayes. They brought him in for defense. That did not work out. First pitch on the way, 4-seam fastball up top. It's 1-0. If they can get those two on, Tyler Stephenson, who hit the dramatic home run, is in the hole, but there are 2 outs. Now the plus side for if you're a Reds fan is the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. If he is the last out, Ellie De La Cruz would be the ghost runner in the 11th. One count. Swing, rips it into center field. That's down for a base hit. They'll go station to station. But 3-3 score, and the winning run stands at second. And now all they need is a base hit by Ke'Bryan Hayes. Well, let's change that. Andujar is going to come in to hit for Hayes. Will they stick with Moretta? And it looks like they will not. We're going to take a quick break because there are no games on right now, and I probably need to rest my voice for a second. 3-3, bottom of the 10th. Bullpen doors opening.
On the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio
is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month.
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
You can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help
Braves Country Radio.
And it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
If you join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help. There's room on our team for you.
All right, here we go. Once again, Tyler Stephenson is looming on deck. He's 4 for 4. Miguel Andujar is going to come in. This is interesting strategy because Brian Hayes is elite third baseman. They're going to be doing a lot of moving guys around if this game goes into the 11th. But it's 3-3. First pitch on the way to Andujar's down and away. Did he go around? He did not. It's 1-0. Of course, the Reds are hoping that's not going to be an issue, and they'll dance off a walk-off win. And if the score holds in Chicago, they'll be back in first place. The 1-0 swing, chops the foul. 1-1 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Sweeper. It's 1-2. Andujar. Big power hitter. They brought over at the deadline. You may remember his days at the Yankees, and of course he went out to Oakland. He was traded away from the Athletics. Is the 1-2 fouled away? Do it again. It's one of those names they constantly talked about in Braves country about a possibility of a trade the last few years. He's had some injury issues, but he's always been able to swing the bat. Batting .455 versus the Pirates. 5 for 11 with a double and a home run. The 1-2. Swing. Rifles that one fouling away. Might have chased one, but trying to stay alive. The 1-2. He's got 10 home runs on the year and a .314 average. The pitch inside almost gets him. Pinch hitting this year, he is 4 for 11, batting .364. That's a heck of a weapon to have coming out of off the bench. A double and an RBI. An .822 OPS on the season, the 2-2. Swing! That ball's hammered down the third base line, but foul. Just foul. Cubs lead the Mets 6-2 in the 5th. The Yankees have officially put it to bed. They win. So they are tied for first with the Blue Jays. I believe the Blue Jays have the tiebreaker. But that adds drama going into the weekend. The 2-2. Swing, fouls it away. Two count. Swing, chops that one foul. Just got a piece of that sinker. We'll do it again. Pirates 3, Reds 3. 2 on, 2 out. Deuces wild. A single should win the game. Get speed on the base paths. The 2-2. Swing and a missed strike 3. We go to the 11th inning. Back in a flash. Pirates and Reds. we are in Detroit. Going to try to switch the screen over. We're going to head right back to Cincinnati when they return. The Tigers have their last at bat. It's 5-1. An 0-2 count on Riley Greene. Pitch misses outside wide, 1-2. Cleveland would take a one-game lead on the Tigers if this score holds. I mean, can you believe the collapse? This reminds me of the collapse that the Mets had about 15 years ago against the Phillies. The 2-2 just misses outside. Full count. Full count. Pitch on the way. Pops it back foul. We'll do it again. Cleveland 5, Detroit 1. Top of the ninth. Pitch on the way, swung on, chopped over towards. It's going to be a quick out. We are going to head back to Cincinnati. Don't mean to cut you off, but Riley Greene, by the way, grounded out to second on that play, 4-3 putout. We're heading back to Cincinnati. So as soon as we get the screen pulled up here. And Nick Martinez is the pitcher. He's got a 1-1 count on Horwitz. Spencer's 2 for 4. Ghost runner at second is Brian Reynolds, so he's got good wheels. The 1-1 swing, slapped it into right field. That's down for a base hit. Up against the wall, the Pirates are going to take a 1-run lead. It's 4-3, so here we go again. The Cubs have taken an 8-2 lead, so you can almost put that one to bed. In fact, just as I'm saying, Pete Crow Armstrong crossed the plate, and he put the signal up. It was a wild pitch, and the Pete Crow Armstrong came all the way from second base. He was kind of playing coy and possum when he realized that the pitcher was kind of not taking it seriously. He booked, and we know PCA can run. He did a head-first slide, and they've scored. And as soon as he got up, he did the – just as I was saying it, he put his hands up next to his face like he was saying they were asleep. That has put that game at 8-2. Here it's 4-3 Pittsburgh. You got an 0-1 count on Andrew McCutchen. If the Reds can win this game and that score stays tied, the Cincinnati Reds would have the last spot in the wild card. The 0-1 swung on and ripped up the middle. Backhanded stab by the second baseman, McLean. He'll step on the pillow, 2 down. So just like that, the double's erased. They did get the ghost runner home. In Cleveland, Detroit's down to their last out. They've just gotten a 2-out single, but they're down 5-1. First pitch on the way. Curveball to Pham. It's 0-1. Tommy Pham, 1 for 3 with the walk and a single. He also fell asleep at the wheel in left field and allowed an inside the park home run when O'Neal Cruz crashed into the wall. 0-1. Misses inside, 1-1. 1-1 count. Down below the knees. 2-1. Richard, frequent flyer miles. What do they call it? A tracheotomy? My voice is starting to give. I don't know how much longer I've got. The 2-1 count. Up top misses. Cutter, 3-1. Going to try to bring you the bottom of the 11th. After that, I might have to give it a rest. I've been doing this for almost 3 hours. I only expected to do it about till 9:30. The 3-1 down below the knees. Ball 4, Nick Martinez. But at least I know it can be done. The Sunday's broadcast is going to be shorter than this, and I won't have the game that I did earlier today. I won't have a doubleheader on the slate. I just couldn't walk away from this Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game. All the other ones are starting to fade away. I believe, double check the score, I believe the Tigers have put that one to bed. I looked up and I don't see anybody. Either they've gone to the bullpen or the game is over. Let me double check. No, I guess they went to the bullpen. Cade Smith is coming on. Cleveland. Cutter on the way is down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Evidently, they chase wins in Cleveland. They didn't mess around. Time is being called by home plate umpire Adrian Johnson. What's going on here? He's bringing everybody in. Nick Martinez. This may have to do with the grounds crew. It does. They're going to go. So we'll stay right here. It won't take them long to fix the mound. Runner at first, 2 outs. Meanwhile, in Chicago, the Cubs lead at 8-2. And Cleveland has put the final 5-1. Cade Smith comes in and shuts the door, and their magic number is now 3 to clinch the division. If they win tomorrow, it's all but over. Because they would have a 2-game lead, and they would have to get swept this weekend, and Detroit would have to sweep. And considering how the Tigers are playing, that's not likely. That is a do-or-die game tomorrow for the Tigers. They also lost a game in the standings to the Red Sox. And Houston's on their heels. See what the Astros are doing. They're supposed to be starting about now. Oh, it's about 5 minutes from now. If you're up late, it might be a game you want to pay attention to. Nick Martinez is now throwing some warm-up tosses as they continue to groom the mound. Looks like we're just about ready. It's a good job by Adrian Johnson. You know, you hate the delay, but you don't want one of the pitchers out there getting hurt, sliding around. So smart call by Johnson to go to the ground screen. Iron Lungs, vodka and honey would help your voice box. Yeah, you know what else does? Not talking. The 1-0. Swing, chops it over to third. That should be an easy 5-4 put out. It is. And we will head to the bottom of the 11th. Come hell or high water, this is the last inning. The Cleveland game is over. They win. The Cubs have a comfortable lead in Chicago against the Mets. Let me update that score. Last one I saw was 8-2. It is 8-2. They're in the 6th. Yankees won. Cleveland beats Detroit. Red Sox beat Toronto, so we're just waiting to close this one out. One of the guys from the station said, "I can't believe you're still going." What do I say to that?
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to kill me!
We're heading to the bottom of the 11th. It's going to be a wild ride on Sunday. We're doing this again. For those who haven't picked up on what's going down on that day, we're going to put the Braves chat up with the 3D at the start of the game. When I come on to call the game at about 4:15, so I'm not up here trying to do 3 hours again. We're going to go nonstop, bouncing back and forth between the Braves game and whatever game is relevant at the time. And by the looks of it, there's going to be some relevant games. So this whip around, we might get whiplash, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I figured out some things to make it simpler, and I'll just have to adjust to that. I can't do it in the middle of the game, but I think I've got some ways to make it simpler as we toggle back and forth. Problem is you can't have multiple windows open for these games because they stall out, so you have to restart it again anyway, so it turns into a disaster. Next year, we'll have an additional computer box. We'll be rolling. All right, here we go. Ghost runner at second base. Standing at the dish is Stephenson. He belted a home run to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Go ahead and bring this in so you can actually see the at-bat. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it back. Ramirez, the pitcher. 0-2. Oh-2 count. 4 for 4 is Tyler Stephenson. He's a triple away from the cycle. He does that here, the game will be tied. The 0-2. Inside almost gets him. 1-2. Sweeper. Standing on deck is Benson. 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing! Slices it down the right field line, but foul. Six pitcher for the Pirates. He's got a 5.52 ERA. The 1-2 misses outside wide. 2-2. His 15th pitch, he came on in the last inning. So he's 15 pitches into the night. He's got a whip of 1.42. The 2-2 to Tyler. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the sweeper and away. So 5-hit night was not in the plan for Stephenson, and Benson comes to the plate. Once again, do or die. This is the final half inning. I can't do it. My throat is barking. I thought we were doing this for a little over 2 hours. It's going to be creeping up on 3. Will Benson Inside. Curveball misses. It's 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. No, Peter, he probably doesn't get much. You got to realize they got a youngster that is a pretty good catcher, good hitting catcher as well. He was literally brought in there to kind of guide O'Hoppe. That's why they wanted the 2-year deal, to kind of be a mentor. The 2-0, swing and a miss, 2-1. 2-1 count. Man, hindsight's so 2020, but I would have loved to see them keep Travis and get something for Smurf. The 2-1, down and in, 3-1. 3-1 count to Benson. Standing on deck is McLean. Runner at second. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, he chased a curveball down around his shoe tops. Full count. Well, we got the expanded rosters now, Peter. You're in September, so. But I'm talking about throughout the entire year. Well, Hoppy was getting the majority of the at-bats, because I would check the box scores like you do every morning, and I wouldn't see him very often. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. He'll head on down to first. And runners at first and second, 1 out. Matt McLean is 0 for 4. It's his turn. He is struck out, lined out, struck out, and flied out. The top of the order is due up. And McLean's got to try to not spit the bit here. First pitch on the way. 4-seam fastball up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Somebody just clocked one in Wrigley. It's 10-2 now. I'm trying to see who that is. Is that Michael Bush? It is Michael Bush. His 31st of the year. The 0-1 swing. Lifts it down the right field line, and that's going to be an easy out. Or will it? Yep. He'll make the catch right there at the wall. Here comes the throw into the infield. And the Reds are down to their last out. The only solace Cincinnati can take is that the Mets are getting smoked right now, but you'd like to make that win. One of the fans is probably going to get asked to leave because he was interfering with a catch out there. Kind of a dopey-looking kid. I think Unabomber. That's what he looked like out there. Righty-lefty matchup, top of the order. Friedel, who's 1 for 5. First pitch on the way is outside wide. It's 1-0. It's kind of surprising the Reds are even in this game, considering how many guys are 1 for 0 for. It's been Tyler Stephenson and a band of idiots. The 1-0. Swing, fouls it away. 1-1. TJ Friedel, a single in the third. He came around to score a run. The 1-1. Inside, pops it up. Man, he's lucky to get that one back. That pitch was in on his hands, and I don't know why he offered at it, but he did. TJ Friedel does have 13 home runs. So if he can get into one, they'll be dancing in the street. But Reds are down to their last strike. The 1-2. Outside wide, 2-2. Deuce is wild now. The 2-2. Ramirez comes set. Swing just got a piece of that one. Man, did he just get a piece of that one. The 2-2. 2 on, 2 out. Deuces wild. The pitch. Outside, wide ball 3. Now the runners will be off to the races. You get one down in the gap, you'll win the game. A long single could make it interesting as well. Vince is not really known for speed. He's got long stride. He's not exactly a turtle out there. The payoff pitch. Swing. Bangs it down the first base side towards the dugout near the tarps. We'll do it again. Full count. Runners go. The pitch. Outside, wide ball 4. Man, I keep looking for the chop to play when the Reds go to get on. So now you got Marte. He's about the only other guy that's done anything in this game other than Stephenson. He is 2 for 5. Remember, he's the one that had the inside the Parker. And the bases are juiced. A walk ties it. A base hit wins it in all likelihood. The first pitch on the way. Curved ball inside. It's 1-0. Reds are down to their last out. I'm down to my last vocal cord. 1-0. Infield back into the left. Brings it. Inside. 2-0. 2-0 count. Noelvi Marte. He's got good speed. So anything in the infield he could beat out if it's a tough one. The 2-0. Just hits the top of the zone there. Just kissed the top. It's 2-1. Cincinnati Red faithful are on their feet. The 2-1. Outside, wide ball 3, 3-1. He's one walk away, or one ball away from walking in the tying run. And standing on deck is Gavin Lux, the left-hander. Pirates 4, Reds 3. The 3-1 swing chops it over to third, and that'll end the game. Oh, man, so close but so far away. Triolo grabs it, steps on the pillow, and guarantee Marte to tell you he swung at a bad one. That pitch was down and away, and it was probably a strike, but it was a pitcher's pitch. He probably needed to spit on it. Reds lose a tough one. Looks like the Mets are going to lose as well. So the Reds will once again be a game behind the Mets with the tiebreaker. We'll see what happens. I've got to rest my voice. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Armchair Quarterback Show is at 9 a.m. At 10 a.m. we're doing Braves Country today. Don't forget, it's not the typical first day of the game. We'll get into it, all the stuff going on in Braves Country at 10:05. We'll see you. Have a good one.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.